Listen closely right now. The greatest barrier between you and the life you want is not external circumstances. It is not your lack of time, money, or opportunity. It is your emotions. Your emotions have controlled you for far too long. They've dictated your actions, your decisions, and your results. But today, that changes. You are not a prisoner of your emotions. You are the commander. Say it aloud with me. I command my emotions. Your emotions have been running the show. They've manipulated you, led you astray, held you back. Fear, doubt, anger, insecurity. These emotions are the enemies of your success. And you've been letting them control your every move. You've believed the lie that emotions are something you can control. You've accepted that they come and go and that you have no say in the matter. But I am here to wake you up. This is the unspoken rule of the top 1%. They master their emotions. They do not allow their feelings to determine their actions. They control their emotions, or they do not move at all. The world bends to the person who is unshakable, who commands their mind and emotions with the precision of a general leading an army to victory. You must become that person. You must learn to control what others let control them. Say it aloud. I control my emotions. They do not control me. Now understand this. Your emotions are not your enemy, but they can become a weapon of destruction if left unchecked. The truth is, your emotions are tools, powerful, unstoppable tools that can either fuel your success or sabotage your every move. And right now, you're reusing them against yourself. Here, the brutal truth. You allowed fear to paralyze you. You allowed anger to cloud your judgment. You allowed insecurity to hold you back. You allowed doubt to dictate your every action. But that stops today. The top 1% don't let their emotions control them. They use them. They turn fear into fuel. They turn doubt into determination. They turn insecurity into strength. And you must do the same. Your emotions are your most powerful asset, but only if you learn to control them. You must make the decision now to never again be led by your emotions. You must command them. Say it aloud. I will no longer be a slave to my emotions. Now, let's talk about fear. Fear is the most powerful emotion you will ever face. It has the power to paralyze you, to keep you from taking action, to stop you from living the life you were meant to live. Fear is a killer of dreams, but fear is also an illusion. The most successful people in the world do not live without fear. They live with fear, but they take action anyway. The difference between the successful and the unsuccessful is this. The successful take fear and use it as a fuel to move forward. Fear will always be with you, but you must not fear fear itself. You must face it, you must use it, you must act in spite of it. The top 1% do not let fear stop them. They do not let it control their actions. They acknowledge fear, but they do not bow to it. They turn it into power. Say it aloud. I face fear head on. Fear does not stop me. Now, let us talk about doubt. Doubt is the silent killer of potential. It creeps into your mind, whispering, you can do it. You not good enough. You don't deserve success. And when you listen to doubt, you surrender your power. You accept that you are smaller than your goals, weaker than your desires, incapable of achieving greatness. But this is where you've been wrong all along. Doubt is a lie. Doubt has no power unless you give it power. The top 1% don't doubt themselves. They believe in their vision even when no one else does. They don't ask, can I do it? They declare, I will do it. The moment you let doubt settle in, you are no longer in control of your life. But when you confront doubt, when you fight it with unwavering belief in yourself, you break its hold over you. The successful don't doubt their ability to succeed, and neither should you. You are capable of more than you've ever imagined, but only if you reject doubt as your reality. You must transform it into confidence. Say it aloud. I reject doubt. I have the power to succeed. Let's talk about anger. Anger is a fire that burns bright but leaves only ashes. It clouds your judgment, poisons your decisions, and clouds your path to success. Anger is often a reaction to failure, to injustice, to things outside of your control. But here, as the secret, the top 1% know, anger is a tool for transformation. When channeled correctly, anger can drive you to overcome obstacles. It can fuel your resilience. It can fuel your desire to succeed, but only if you master it. The moment you let anger control you, you lose your power. The top 1% don to allow anger to dictate their actions. Instead, they channel it into purposeful action, into their work, into their drive to prove themselves. Anger doesn't have to be a destructive force. When mastered, it becomes a tool of unstoppable power. Say it aloud. I control my anger. I turn it into power. Now let S face the truth about insecurity. Insecurity is a silent assassin of self-belief. It convinces you that you are not worthy. It whispers that you are not enough. It tells you that success is for someone else, not for you. It makes you second. Guess every decision and paralyze yourself with fear of judgment. But here, S the truth. Insecurity is nothing more than an illusion. You were born to succeed. The most powerful people in the world were once exactly where you are now, facing their insecurities, doubting their worth. But they didn't let insecurity define them. They used it to fuel their growth. They made the decision to stand tall in the face of doubt, to reject the lies that insecurity tells them. Insecurity is a choice. You have the power to choose confidence. You have the power to choose certainty. The top 1% down wait until they feel worthy. They decide they are worthy, and they step into their greatness. They choose to believe in themselves, even when no one else does. Say it aloud. I am worthy of success. I am confident in my power. Now, here S where the magic happens. When you master your emotions, you become unstoppable. You become the person who rises above every obstacle. You become the person who does not bend under pressure. The person who commands their life. Every emotion you feel is a force, a power. But only if you learn to control it. You can either be at the mercy of your emotions, or you can use them to drive you forward, to create the life, the success, the future you always wanted. The truth is, no one else will come to your rescue. No one else will control your emotions for you. You are in charge. The top 1% have mastered this art. They know that the key to success is not about external circumstances, but about internal mastery. They have learned to control their emotions. And now, so must you. Say it aloud. I am the master of my emotions. I am unstoppable. Here is the final command. Your future is in your hands. You have the power to choose how you respond to every situation, how you respond to every emotion. The moment you take control of your emotions, you take control of your destiny. The top 1% don't sit around waiting for life to happen to them. They create the life they want by mastering their thoughts, their emotions, and their actions. They act with confidence, conviction, and power. Now it is time for you to do the same. Take command of your life, your emotions, and your future. Remember, you are the creator of your success. You are the master of your destiny. Say it aloud. I create my future. I control my destiny. This is your moment. Now go and be unstoppable. This concludes the message. Your journey starts now. Say it aloud. I am unstoppable. Let S seal this in your mind once and for all. Now that you learned how to command your emotions, you must take action. Action is the bridge between your current reality and the life you desire. Without action, your mastery of emotions is useless. You must act now. The top 1% don't waste time. They don't sit idly by, hoping for success. They create it. They wake up every single day with one mission, to push themselves closer to their goals, no matter what emotions arise. This is where most people fail. They feel fear, doubt, or insecurity, and they freeze. They wait for the emotions to pass. They wait for the perfect moment. But let me tell you, the perfect moment doesn't exist. The top 1% know this. They take action despite their emotions. They understand that the more they act, the more they build momentum, the more they conquer their emotions, and the more they conquer their destiny. You have the same power. You have the ability to take action in the face of fear. You have the ability to act in spite of doubt. You have the ability to rise above your emotions and use them to fuel your unstoppable journey. Say it aloud. I take massive action every day. It's time to turn your emotions into your greatest strength. You've been given the tools, the power to choose how you respond to fear, doubt, anger, and insecurity. Now, it's time to use those tools. Stop waiting for the right feeling to come. It will never come. Instead, decide to act. Decide to create. Decide to move forward, regardless of how you feel. This is how the top 1% do it. It's about discipline. It's about control. It's about becoming someone who doesn't ask for permission, but takes what they deserve. Remember this. Every single time you take action, you move closer to your goals. Every single time you master your emotions, you become unstoppable. And the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. The more you rise above the emotional noise and start making decisions from a place of pure power. You are no longer a victim of your emotions. You are a master. Say it aloud. I am in control. I am unstoppable. Now, here, the final command to seal your transformation. The moment you make the decision to take control of your emotions, you will start to see change. The moment you stop being at the mercy of your fear, your doubt, your anger, your insecurity, you will begin to rise. This is not an overnight process, but it is a process that you will follow with unwavering consistency. Take it one step at a time. Start today. Start now. Take one action, no matter how small, and watch as your momentum builds, because the truth is, you will become unstoppable. The world will bow to your determination, to your courage, to your unshakable belief in yourself. Say it aloud. I am unstoppable. I am the master of my emotions. I will succeed. Now go forth, create your success. Command your emotions. And remember, you are the one who controls your future. The top 1% are waiting for no one, and neither should you. This is your moment. Go make it happen. This concludes your transformation. Let it resonate within you. You are now on your way to becoming unstoppable. Say it aloud. I am unstoppable.